Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
Good morning, welcome. It's a beautiful morning. It started yesterday. I had people call me. Janet called and said, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm in North Carolina because there is Corey's brother, Doug, is on hospice. And so they went back there. And then I got a call from Dr. Eileen saying she had something she had to attend to today. And it just seemed like then I
April has a class.
But
April has a class.
April has a class. Maria called, sent me a note and said she couldn't make it. Something about taking care of her granddaughter. I mean, it's been that kind of weekend. So I want you all to just take a moment and give yourself a hand. Hey, thank you for being here.
And when you called me at 10, I was afraid you were going to say you weren't going to
No, you're one of those I called last night late. I kept calling people and finally I looked at the clock and it was 11 o'clock. I thought maybe I should stop this, getting in touch with people. And so, hey, Ed, do we have termites or have you been just drilling holes in the podium just for fun?
Yes.
Thank you. I put my hand here and I picked it up and there was sawdust on it. And I thought, where is this coming from?
really good care of the bugs.
Yeah, but whatever you're doing, I know it's for betterment of CCL. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's right, Rosalie. Yay! Yeah, yay, Ed. So, okay, Gabrielle, tell us about the food.
Please there are bags here, take any, all of the food home. It's a donation from Trader Joe's.
And last week, we got some burritos, best burrito I've ever had. Even after we put them in the freezer. Gee, those are good. And in the microwave. And so when you can get free food that tastes delicious and is healthy, go for it. And that's great. We really do appreciate that. Lots of other things are going on. As you know, we're not too sure what's happening with the virus. We keep hearing that different things are going to be happening. Depends on what TV or radio station you're using of what's going on. So stay tuned. As soon as Gabrielle says we can move about more freely, not wearing masks, we'll go for it. But as of right now, please, I love the idea that you're wearing your mask and that when you got checked at the door, you weren't chased away. You all came in with a notification of some kind that says that you've been testing positively been testing negative. How's that going? Woo! So that sounds really good. Welcome to the Center for Creative Living. I'm the pastor, believe it or not. So we're certainly glad to have you here. And I'm going to be, I'm flirting with this little one. She is so cute. She's reading and walking and, just doing all this stuff. Look at her. And she's one of our newest members of CCL. One of the other things is we have coming up next week is our Reverend Donna Zahner. She's coming in from Nevada and is going to be speaking, and she is also a good speaker. But the thing I'm really wanting to talk about, invite your friends, family to come hear Farima. Farima is going to be talking about the Christmas traditions around the world. She's Persian, and she is part of the lineage straight down from the wise men. In Persian, Iran, where she comes from, if you can locate your heritage through one of those people, it's part of the Zoroastrian religion. They were Zoroastrians. I don't know if you know that. The wise men.
They were Christians?
Christ hadn't been born yet, but thank you for clarifying that. Anyway, they were Zoroastrians, and she's part of that lineage, and she was trained in what she calls magic school. Last time she talked, somebody asked if it was like Hogwarts, She said, more than you can imagine. So she is a dancer, and she does this twirling, and they used to call them the twirling dervishes. And she is a most beautiful dancer. She has received all sorts of awards, and please read about her in our program. And I'd love you to join us in showing her a big group of people that she can give her message to. Right now, she's finding another place to dance, because when we closed down CCL over on Cole Circle, that took away where she was dancing and being filmed, because she has YouTube videos all over. She's been all over the world. She danced and was presented to both Obama and Joe Biden. So this woman is known internationally, and we're just so delighted that she calls Corky and I her friends. So we'd love to have you here on the 19th, okay? Anybody else have any announcements they would like to make? Yes, Annie?
Well, I understand that the 8th of December is the Light of Lights, and I'm wondering, where do we get the link and everything from that? And do you want to make an announcement about Light of Lights since Janet's not here?
Yes, register.
Well, how do we register? Is it Bill Wilson?
There's on the CCL Insights, there's a link.
Yeah, if you go on for the CCL Insights,
Okay.
there's a full link on how you get it and how you get a candle lit for you.
Right.
And then Jan's going to bring the candles here, and next Sunday you'll be able to pick up your candle.
Okay. So yeah, it was fiscal year end close, so I didn't have time to read the CCL.
Yeah, you didn't have time to read the CCL Insights. Okay. If you're not receiving the CCL Insights, please see Corky and make sure she has your email, because we've got a lot of exciting things coming up. Okay. I want you all to get very comfortable. Put your feet flat on the floor. And take a nice deep breath. And follow the sound of my voice. Each one of you, I want you to relax your left foot and your left leg. And then your right foot and your right leg. And let your feet feel like they're melting into this floor. And then slowly relax up your leg. And relax your knees. And relax your hips. And relax your spine where you're sitting on the chair. Release any negative energy you have in your abdomen. Release all the negativity that you have stored in your body. And as you come up your body, let anything that's not there for your best and highest good to be completely released. And now all the way up into your heart. When you get to your heart, I want you to search your heart today. Is there anyone you're angry with? Let's start with you. Were you upset this morning? Were you upset yesterday? At things you absolutely cannot change? Release that energy. Release that negativity. And let your heart be as whole as possible. Full of love and positive energy. And then come on up through your body and lower your shoulders. You put so much stress in your shoulders and your neck. And then it's completely relaxed now. And then all the way up to your head. And this is the most difficult place to relax. I want you to relax any negativity. Any anger you might feel towards a political party or towards a religious group. Relax all the negativity. Relax negativity that you might be feeling towards a neighbor or parent or child. You're in charge. You're the only one that can change your mind. So release the negativity against all and everyone. And as you're Tell your mind that the Creator is with you at all times. And your Creator is about love, not anger or frustration. The Creator is not about money or possessions. The Creator is about you loving you. That's how you can love others, is by accepting and totally loving yourself. Just take a nice and deep breath. Just breathe in, hold it, hold it, hold it, and relax. Let's do that again. Just take a nice deep breath. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And hold it. And now relax. Your breath is so important. And as you breathe deeply, you can exhale all that is not there for your best and highest good. Just sit for a moment and listen to the music that our wonderful Sean is playing in the background. Breathe deep. Release anything that's not for your best and highest good. And know that Creator loves you. And don't forget to love yourself. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to your room. Thank you so much, Sean. That was beautiful. What were you thinking when you were playing that? Sean?
I was thinking.
You know what I was thinking?
That's what I thought. It felt like you were just letting it flow.
Your thinking gets in the way.
I know, isn't it?
That is a great, that should be somebody's motto, thinking gets in your way. Yeah, Sean, that was so incredible. I certainly hope we caught it on YouTube so other people can hear it. And I want to thank you again so much for being here today. Were you one of those people I called late last night?
No, you texted me early yesterday afternoon.
Oh, good. Because I thank God I don't drink. Thank you. I was calling everybody I knew last night after 10. It was kind of interesting. I just got really gabby, and then watched one of those movies that, you know, is considered, I think, a chick flick. It was called
Castle for Christmas or something?
Castle for Christmas with Brooke Shields. And whoever the guy is that starred in Princess Bride, but I don't know his name. Be sure, Harvey.
Rick or something like that?
Yeah, whatever it was. If you want to look at something that makes it's a feel good, and it all takes place in Scotland, and you get to see Edinburgh Castle again and places like that. It was kind of a nice thing, but it sure put me in the mood to talk to people. So anyway, that's one of those things that happens. Well, you are also lucky today because our speaker is going to be talking about life as a journey, not a destination. And I think that one of the things that Tiffany does is sends that feeling of joy so that you can feel joyful with whatever you do. How many of you feel joyful? Yeah. And when you don't feel joyful, what do? Do you cry?
Jump up and down.
Sleep? What else do you do?
Annoy you.
You do what for you?
Annoy you.
You don't annoy me?
Not on purpose, never.
But think about that. What do you do when you're not joyful? Because today we're going to learn how to do that. How to stay in a place that is considered joyful. And please welcome Tiffany.
Yay! Thank you, Tiffany. Welcome.
I'm going to sit right behind you, so if you think somebody's staring at your butt, it's me.
Don't worry, it's only that.
I'm fine. Thank you. It's standing up and sitting down are a little bit difficult for your knees. There you go. The microphone's yours.
Do I have, can I
Take your
Yes, please do.
take it off?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know.
Thank you for
You're
asking.
good, you're good.
Zoom can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised you sound muffled when you have something over your mouth.
I know. Okay, speaking of staying in joy, I brought,
Oh, yay!
so,
I'm with you on that.
Okay, I'm wondering if our wonderful camera can catch it.
I got it.
We
Okay.
it.
Okay, great.
so I have this in two places in my house. So I have two signs that say choose happy, because how you react in your life is 100% how you live daily. So we're going to talk about that today. But I want to start out, all of you, or most of you know, that I am Joanne Merkley's granddaughter, and I always start out by that because that's how I came to know the center. And when I lived in England, my grandma's,
You want to go for a bike ride?
I was in a major depression,
No,
and my grandma
not right
sent
now.
me this card, and I want to read it to you because I kept it, and it really sums up about why life is a journey, and it's not about the destination. It's not about getting where you need to go. It's not about when you reach that goal, then what? You always set a new goal, right? It's not about always striving, because when you're always striving, you miss all of the atmosphere, all of the joy, all of the enjoyment, all of the milestones when you get to that goal. Then it's kind of anticlimactic, right? So the card says, life is a balancing act. Work, home, family, friends, self, others. Spend it, save it, hold them, let go, fast, slow. Just remember, whether it's smiles or frowns, ups or downs, give or take, it's bound to even out. Hang in there and always believe in yourself. And I love, huh?
Yay, Joanne.
And she signed it with her famous Love and Rainbows. And I love that card, and I go back to that card. It's actually got a thumbtack spot on it because I look at it a lot. Life is a balancing act. And how many times have you asked yourself, why me? Why am I going through this right now? You can't get, God, why are you giving me this one more thing? Really? Really? Again? So ask yourself, how many times have you sat and asked, why me? So there's a beautiful quote that says from Lao Tzu. I probably totally butchered it. Thank you. I knew I butchered it, so I never claimed to be a English major. Do difficult things while they're easy. Do great things while they're small. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So
Can you read that again?
I can. It says, do difficult things while they're easy. Do great things while they're small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with one single step. And the reason I like that quote is because right after you say, why me? One more thing, and the tears are rolling down your face, or you're stomping your foot, or cuss words are coming out, or they want to, the next action is a step. is a step forward, a step towards your journey, towards the difficulty, towards where you want to go. Because when you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things changes. A famous quote from Wayne Dyer. And I believe in that. And again, it starts with one step. One single step. I didn't say change the world. I didn't say you had to change your whole persona, change your whole world. One step. So many times people feel that they have to change who they are, change their dreams, change their aspirations, change their goals and their desires to either appease somebody else or to start over, when all they have to do is take one step towards where they want to go. God cares more about who you're becoming than where you're going. So who do you want to become? Are you striving for that? Or are you striving for a goal? For success? To please others? When was the last time you asked yourself how you feel about you? Not what others feel about you. Close your eyes and ask yourself, how do you feel about you? Now take a deep breath. And it's okay where you are. Where you are is okay. You are where you are, and it's okay, no matter where you are on the journey. Now tell yourself you love you. You can open your eyes. Because if you don't love yourself first, you can't love anybody else fully. Remember when you're frustrated. Oh, Jill would be so proud of me that I said that correctly. Remember when you are, that you haven't gotten to where you want to be, that you haven't created the success that you want, that you have shoulded yourself. Remember to take a moment and remember that God cares about who you're becoming, not where you're going. Stand with who you want to be, how you want to love, how you want to be loved, and stand in that position. Because how you want to be loved is who you will attract in your life. Many of us reach similar destinations in our lives. Career, relationships, finding fulfillment, loss, grieving, tragedy. We all go through them, but how we get to those destinations is completely unique to us. Totally unique. And why is this? Why is it completely unique to us when we all reach the same place? We all make money, we all live, we all have a bed to sleep in, hopefully. We all go through up levels, down levels, happies, sorrows, all that. So why is the journey different? Why is it unique to us? It's unique because of how we engage with the journey that we get there on the way, the process. It's unique because of how we react to every situation daily. It's unique because it's our journey, not somebody else's journey. How many times have you chosen to live vicariously through somebody else? Right? And you have chosen to live vicariously through somebody else for one of two reasons. One, because it brings you joy, utter joy, to see through their eyes and to watch them bloom or blossom or be excited. And that's fun. That's great. That heightens our vibration, that uplevels us and brings energy to their situation, right? The other, how living vicariously through their eyes, is their opinion of us, which is detrimental to us. Because their opinion of us has zero. Do you see the big zeros? Should I make it bigger, like an Oregon O, right? Big O, right? Zero effect or meaning to us. The only reason it would have meaning to us is if we give it what? Meaning. So, if we live vicariously through somebody else's eyes on their opinion of us, and we allow that to make us feel bad or horrible about ourselves, we own that. Whose reaction is that? Mine, yours. Now, how did that journey or destination change? Make it unique. You took on that. Do you see? You chose to react different. You chose to react to someone else's opinion. You chose how the unique direction of your life's journey. You chose, well, this is what I choose, but you chose how you want to react. So when somebody has a reaction to how you are, whose opinion is that? Ultimately, whose opinion? Theirs, right? And if you have a reaction to it, good or bad, whose reaction is that? Right. So, at any time, who's in control of you? Right? So, who can stand in your power on how you feel about anybody or at any given moment?
Nobody but you. Nobody but you.
Exactly. So when Dottie said to choose joy, who's in control of that? So can anybody make you pissed off?
No.
How many times? Only you, right? So how many times have you put that responsibility on somebody else?
Well,
Oh my gosh, that driver really pissed me off.
more than zero.
More than zero. Right? So when you do that, you are reacting to somebody else and you are choosing your life's journey. Sit with that for a second. Brings new perspective, doesn't it? Nobody can choose that for you. Nobody. No thing, nothing, no thing can choose that for you. Yes, we all have difficulties. Yes, we all have tragedies. We all have disappointments in our lives. The disappointments in our lives can be the source of many geniuses that happen, revelations, upliftings in our lives, right? Lots of disappointments end up being the greatest inventions in the course of the world. Think about that. A mistake on one scientist has created a cure. And it was a mistake or misfortune. When you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things changes. Change your perspective. You are in the driver's seat to your life's journey. You have the power and the choice to how you react daily. And you all know, and you've seen me dance around when I have felt that I am reacting to other people and taking on that, I give myself a timeout. Right? I've told you that in some of my other talks. I go in the bathroom, I turn around 3 times, jump up and down, be like, pull your head out of you know where, and snap out of it. You are taking on, you are reacting to other people. You are in control of your own life. Choose it. So, my life. We all have tragedy. We all have sorrow. And when you are in the muck, it's very difficult to see beyond that. It's very difficult to choose this. So what do? You allow your feels. It's okay to feel. It's okay to have emotion. It's okay to be not okay. You don't have to have a firecracker up there, happy all the time, and not feel your feels. So 8 weeks ago, one child went to college. Drove him across country to Tulsa, Oklahoma. My baby boy. 2 weeks later, I drove my daughter to Oregon. First time in my life, Mama's an empty nester. Mama not happy. Right? I actually knew this was coming. It wasn't like a tragedy. So I prepped myself for this, and I was going to choose not to be in the muck. I was choosing to be excited for both of my kids. I chose to have my feelings be happy and be excited for them and to watch them prosper and all of that. So that's what I was choosing. 2 weeks after my daughter went to college, my dog died.
Oh no.
Hence the tragedy. There, I was not prepared, was not understanding how to be in happy mode. That happens to all of us. How do you cope? What do you do? I couldn't choose happy. I had to allow myself to feel the feels. Allow myself the breathing room. Allow myself to have the emotional breakdown. But be aware of the journey. Be aware of what I'm going through and not allow myself to go down the rabbit hole of despair. So be cognizant and know I am choosing to feel the feels, to feel my emotions. And I gave myself the next day, I didn't move out of the chair that Rascal and I would sit in and meditate with. I sat there and my husband went to work, he came home, I was still sitting there. I chose, but the journey is being in control and knowing that you are choosing. That's how, when you are in tragedy or in difficulty, you don't go immediately to problem solving. You enjoy or allow it to unfold. Understood how that works? Puts a different perspective on it, right? Makes the umbrella of the tragedy a lot easier, right? And am I saying that I just went through one day of, oh my gosh? No, that's not the case. I'm not She-Ra. For those of you that are my age and know that character. No, I allowed myself to feel the feels, but I also chose to enjoy through the day. When I felt the feelings, missed my dog, missed my children, took a deep breath, okay, and then moved on. Allowed myself to function, right? Be in the moment. Be in the now. Enjoy the journey. I read somewhere when I was preparing, although most of this was just downloaded, like 90% of the notes didn't get read, but I read when I was preparing about tragedies and what a tragedy brings to people. And it really touched me because sometimes when we're in tragedy, as far as death, as far as something that happened to us in the past, and we look at, it's so easy, they say hindsight is 20/20, and everybody, once 2020 passed and we looked and we all joked about hindsight is 20/20, but we looked at that. It's easy to have a rear view mirror that is spot on, but the joy is the light moving forward. That's where you get to choose. And that's what tragedy brings in. It brings the light to our faults. It brings the light to our weaknesses so that we can rise up, bring light-fueled love into them so that we can work on them and rise up to become who we're supposed to become. Rise up and be, do, and have the things that we were brought here to do, what our sole purpose is, and step into our dreams and desires. So every step that you do within your journey, getting to the goals or successes that you have out there on your vision board, those are all stepping stones. Enjoy them, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. Take them, know that they're there, and love each one of them. I'm in the muck right now. I'm an empty nester. I don't have a dog, and I'm just there with my husband.
Oh no.
Actually, by enjoying, we're actually having a fabulous, wonderful, loving time. Be in the moment. I know that I'm going to get to the other side. Do I know what it's going to be? Do I know where I'm going to be speaking or what Rise Up and Shine's going to be? No. As some of you know, Jill and I are no longer partners. She moved to Texas. She's becoming a prenatal medium. I'm so proud of her. All that is part of the journey. Everybody goes through that. You are. It's just a different journey. Enjoy the steps that you have. The point of your whole life is to write the story. What's your story going to be? You are the writer. You're the author. And you know what? If you don't like the story, rip out the page and start over. So with that, I hope that each and every one of you has an amazing Sunday. I thank you so much for allowing me to be able to speak today. I'm eternally grateful to each and every one of you and those of you watching on the YouTube.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any help?
Oh, I think I'm going to make it on my own, but thank you. I'm writing my new story here. I'm writing
Knees that work.
Knees that work.
Yes. I want to talk about that when you talk about writing your own story, because as many of you know, I've been writing my story, and I was at a person's house over in SoCal, and I was talking about my story, and I said, I don't think it should be called my story. I think it should be called, I am toothless, bald, and fat, and I love myself. And they said, well, that would be a great story. And so I thought, I like that. And then I thought, but also I am a lesbian mystic. So I might add that too, you know. And the person I was talking to said, boy, you sure punched all over the go-to on the media, you know. People are going to say, who is this woman? And I say, oh,
She's everything.
Just tell them, it's Doti Boon, that's who it is. So think of yourself that way, that bigger picture. That not that, I hear people say, oh, you know, Dottie, I'm so fat. Oh, that's not what I see when I look at you. I look at you as a beautiful child of God. And somebody says, oh, well, I'm, lost my hair. Buy a hat. I'm not overly sympathetic with a lot of those things, I've been having a nurse come to visit me because, as you know, my knees aren't working very well. So Kaiser was nice enough to send a nurse to me so I didn't have to go out and see somebody. And she says, well, have you thought of losing weight? And I said, absolutely not. This is my image. And she just cracked up. She said, I've never had anybody say that to me before. I thought, you're being fine and accepting yourself. Can you do that? Yeah. Now, Annie, do we want to pass the basket now, or do you want to do a prayer now?
Gosh, that's a good question. Why don't we do basket first and then prayer?
Okay, so if you'd like to get your donations ready, and please, if you're going to be giving me money, put your name on the envelope, because some of the people are putting a date and no name, but at the end of the year, we send out a statement of how much money you've donated, and you're going to be amazed. It might be $5 a week, it might be $50 a week, it could be $100 a week, but whatever it is, it bounces up. So when you get that statement, you go, oh, look at, I can do that. Yeah, it's amazing.
And in that light, giving to the ministry from which we receive our spiritual support and nourishment is an affirmation and consciousness of the truth that Spirit is the prospering power enriching every area of our life.
Now, do you wonder where we get this? It's on the back of the program that we handed you. So next week, I want everybody to, we're going to have a reading class. Next week, everybody's going to read that so you believe it. Okay, that works out very well. I love that. Rosalie dropped her envelope in and then waved goodbye to her. Either that or she's still waving at Reverend Ann. Thank you.
She's been entertaining our service.
I know she's been entertaining you all service. It's been wonderful watching this. As you may not know, this is the youngest member of the CCL family. She was brought into with a blessing. We had a blessing ceremony for Rosalie when she was very young, bringing her into the CCL family. Yeah, and so she is such a sweet baby. I mean, that's amazing for her to be that quiet for that length of time. Thank you so much, Christina, for bringing her. Yeah, and I don't know the rest of you, but don't you just love watching how their brains work? You know, and they don't care if you're watching them. They're just being themselves. And that's exactly what you were saying during your talk. It doesn't make any difference who's watching you. Be yourself. Don't live by other people's expectations of who you should be. Okay? That's an opening for a prayer.
An opening for a prayer?
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I should say beep, beep, beep when I back up.
Well, there's nobody behind you to warn, so.
Well, this chair has to know I'm coming.
Take me a minute here. Okay, Tiffany, you know how to get right to the heart of the matter, don't you? Thank you. There could have been nobody else here today. You were talking directly to me for many reasons. And, you know, I'm in the middle of my own muck, but, you know, I'm going to turn around. I just recently wrote that I finished my last fiscal year, well, 23rd fiscal year end at my job. And my plan is for next year to be my last fiscal year end at my job. And I don't plan to retire. I plan to relive.
Yay!
I like to plan. And even my bosses know when I'm going. So it's being arranged. So what a blessing. And I have a journey of a million changes and a million things happening all at once. And so that talk was just, and while you got to the heart of it, and I'm sitting there and tears are flowing, Rosalie came over and offered me her hat. And then she offered me her doll.
Oh, wow.
And then we put the hat on the doll, and then we put the hat on her. It was just incredible because it turned that moment of, you know, I'm hurting a little bit to some incredible joy. And watching that beautiful smile come over to me. So thank you, Rosalie, as well as thank you, Tiffany. So let's take a moment, close our eyes, and take a nice deep breath in. And let's breathe in that choice of choosing our journey wherever we are right here and right now. And let's breathe that in and bring with us joy and prosperity and good health and all those wonderful things. And let's hold on to that. And then let's breathe out, with that kind of a sigh. And let's take anything that is less than in our lives at the moment. We can set all those troubles aside. There is always that pretend virtual basket sitting next to you that our amazing Mother, Father, God, our amazing Creator can take those troubles for you. We don't have to take them back. Or if we do, just take them back to feel the feels so that we can get on with our journey. Blessed Mother, Father, God, blessed Creator, thank you for this day. Thank you for our lives. And thank you for our existence and for our being together here, virtually as well as in person. We thank you for the love that you bring to us each and every day, and we thank you for helping us through our journey so that when we are in our moments of a little less energy, we know that it's okay. And that we're not any less perfect in your eyes. We know that you stand next to us, beside us, inside of us, outside of us, all around us, everywhere we go. You are there, Creator, holding us up. We are so grateful. We say thank you to you for keeping us healthy. We say thank you to you for helping us through every day, to bring a smile to our faces, to know that we are loved, we are loved, we are loving, and that it is all thanks to you, Creator. Thank you for our first responders. Thank you so much for all of our wonderful doctors and nurses, those that can come and visit, those that we can go and see. And thank you for the protection that you bring to each and every one of us as we go through each and every day. And as we go through this week, Creator, we want to thank you for helping us to stay in our highest self always. Regardless of where we are in our journey, we're always at our highest self. And you bring us blessings for each and every day. You bring us the love, the light, the support. Thank you for beautiful spirits that have come in to be with us today, our beautiful Joanne. And I always feel Virginia is seen whenever I'm standing up here, and I always want to say, thank you, Creator, and thank you, Virginia, for reminding us that we are the light of the world. Let's go out and be that light, love one another, and create an amazing day and week. With gratitude beyond words, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be, amen, and so it is.
Thank you.
I was looking for Kleenex down there and there wasn't any.
I know, I'm sorry, Annie, I'm sitting here holding one, but I didn't think it would be quite nice that I've used it, you know. We can take togetherness only so far. But I want to thank you all for being here today. And please take food, okay? What is that?
It's a kitty cat Kleenex.
Okay. Please take food, because I know that Gabrielle doesn't want to have to find a place to put it. And that it's wonderful, it's fresh, it's good, and it's Trader Joe's. And we want to thank. Is there anything we can do to send a thank you note to Trader Joe's, Gabrielle? No? Just?
I already do.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing that for us. We really do appreciate it. Thank you, Tiffany. It's always marvelous to have you here. And even though I was just watching your backside, it was still an impressive job. Thank you very much.
I feel the smile through the...
Yeah. through her voice.
Good one.
And Sean, thank you so much for showing up. And we miss your honey. Where's he?
He's at home.
Oh, okay. That's
His family's
fine.
bothering him, so
Oh,
he's relaxing and watching online.
okay, so we'll put him in our prayers and let him know that he was missed. I think that's important when we don't show up somewhere. So usually we stand up and hold hands, but due to what's going on with the pandemic, we're just going to say thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate having you here. And we look forward to you next week for Reverend Donna Zahner. She's a good speaker and a good friend. And we're so glad that she's traveling here from Nevada to spend some time with us. I want to thank you all very much.
There's coffee in the kitchen.
And there's coffee in the kitchen, and please drink it. Last week we had to dump a big pot of coffee, so please have a cup of coffee and take it with you, okay? Thank you very much for joining us.